condemn the waste of life, the killing in Uromi. Extrajudicial killing has no place in our country, and we totally abhor it.
Absolutely.
But let's go back to the facts of the matter.
God bless you. See, when you say hunter, they are not hunters, they are Boko Haram, they are killers. See, their days have been numbered. Now, we have to wake up from our slumber. We can't be sleeping anyhow. You don't tell one to sleep, they kill us. Our family, nobody's there for family anymore. You plant cassava.
Hi guys, I hope this video finds you well. Very quickly, regarding the what transpired in those State a couple of days ago, I want to say something categorically clear before I proceed to my message. Firstly, I'm not in any way support. As a matter of fact, as old as I am, I can't even slaughter a live chicken. Talk more of bonus human being alive. Okay, so I just couldn't watch the video. But here is the question that is begging for an answer. Number one, Port Harcourt is a river area. What we made not turn us all the way from the north, go to river area to go and be, hunting. That's number one. Number two, when these guys were stopped by the Vigilante, I learned that first of all, one of them took up knife, to attack one of the Vigilante. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Now, this has not been addressed. Now, Rofa Oseni has done justice to this matter. All right, you just can't afford. You just can't afford not to hear Rofa Oseni act on this matter. Please, before we watch it, before I let you hear what Rofa has to say, I want to show you a video of a certain Nigerian where he sent message to Pablo Escobar Tinubu. All right, please, he sent message to Tinubu and his father. Okay, please, as you watch this video, I beg of you, kindly give it a thumbs up and please endeavor to share it for the world to see. It's an amazing video. Thanks and God bless you. I will see you in my next video. Let's watch together now. Thank you.
My father shared 2,000. My father shared food to 2,000 people. My father did this. My father that. Sheyi Tinubu, your father is a failure. Your father might not be a failure as a rich man, but in ruling, in leadership, your father is a typical failure. And you serve as a son. If you go into politics, you also be a failure. I pity people that will vote you into power, because I see that's the trend you are following. You're following your father's trend. Your father did this, your father that. Your father is the worst president that Nigeria has ever had in the last 30-something years. Since independence, since democracy. Your father is the worst president. You people keep saying you should give him time, give him time. For how long? For how long? Is it until everybody in Nigeria are dead of hunger? That is when they will make an impact to sustain the common people. Look at the material we are buying before Jonathan came into power. Let's even start from Jonathan regime. Look at the material we are buying before Jonathan came into power. Like, for instance, this angle lion you're seeing. We used to buy this angle lion at the rate of 9,500 naira. At the rate of 9,500 naira, Jonathan regime.
That the idea of transporting firearms across state boundaries is inimical to security. You mentioned that to the untrained eyes, those guns might pose a red flag. That is the reason why those who engage in security duties ought to be trained. When they are trained, they will know which arms are prohibited and which ones are allowed. In many jurisdictions, then guns do not require license because it is for hunting. But in hunting, it is not envisaged that they will travel far distances, all right, for such purpose. So it might be a red flag to the untrained eye. Then gun in such large numbers and moving in a vehicle, yes, it arouses suspicion. But you see, the bottom line is, even if what they were carrying were AK-47 rifles, the law and the court has not delegated the authority to try, convict, and execute to anyone, not even to law enforcement agents. If it was the police that intercepted them and they did not put up a fight, they did not open fire, they were arrested and the weapons seized, even if they were AK-47 rifles, the police had no power to extrajudicially execute them. They must be arraigned before a court of law. So red flag or yellow flag or by whatever color is not an excuse or a justification for what has happened. So education is important, training is important, but it is important that we educate our people and all vigilante groups across the country. You do not have power to take anybody's life.
Thank you so much.
And I think that should be broadcasted and be made clear to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, very apt point you've made. And I must reiterate here, I totally condemn the waste of life, the killing in Uromi. Extrajudicial killing has no place in our country, and we totally abhor it.
Absolutely.
But let's go back to the facts of the matter. 16 dingons. What I know about hunting, and I've gone on hunting expedition many times. You hunt in the bush in your locality. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I think you also said it. I've never heard of traveling many state lines to go and hunt somewhere. It's normally around your locality. Also, where the role of the government comes in, prior to this time, there has been a constant repetitive action of kidnappers in Uromi. Uromi, around the Ubiaja area, around that Irua area, up till Ikeke. Most of those axes have been inundated by cases of kidnapping. And I know those axes because I traveled around there and I know. And the government had not done anything to stem the tide. Hence, even people now trusting the vigilante. Because people trusting the vigilante that have now gone high-handedness, that have now, perpetrated this in a high-handed way, it's a reflection of the fact that the security services of the state have failed. So please help us juxtapose those scenarios. Hunting in a bus, 16 guns, and an area that was initially inundated by kidnappers. What should we have done better? And how, after those perpetrating these heinous acts are brought to book, what should be done to stem the tide of kidnapping in all of these areas?
Thank you very much, Rufai. You made a valid point. 16 day guns. But let's look at it from the other perspective. Kidnappers will not bundle themselves into a commercial bus and put their dang guns as cargo while traveling. Basic interrogation, where are you coming from? We are coming from Port Harcourt, Elele. Where are you going to? We are going to Kano. What are you going to do? We are going for Salah. So what are you doing with these dang guns? We are hunters, we went to hunt. Even if the story is not credible, at least they have something to say and you could hear them. Hand over for investigation to verify the claims. I am happy you have condemned the killings. It is not justifiable. But a tragedy has happened and we need to look at it vis-a-vis the previous happenings in that axis, kidnapping. But I disagree with you when you said the government had done nothing. If you go through the records, you will see the head of the security, the state security corps, retired CP Friday Badin, in the recent past, when they combed bushes around that area and also arrested some people who were alleged to be kidnappers. Even though when I read the story and I heard that they were with dang guns, as I said, these people are hunters, they are not kidnappers. But let's be frank, somebody who is carrying a dang gun, even somebody who is a hunter, if he is predisposed to criminality, can kidnap if he has the opportunity. Because somebody a dang gun is pointed at, we not say it is just a dang gun. A gun that can kill an animal can also kill a human being. So yes, if the circumstances, justifies and evidence abound that they are kidnappers, then they should be treated as such, but not through extrajudicial killing.
Thank you so much.
Instead, by proper arraignment before the court of law.
Yeah, I have a quick rebuttal. And even if they were kidnappers, what they ought to have done is they have taken them to the court of law, yes, and we condemn that. See, sir, I don't just talk if I don't know what I'm saying. That's one thing about me. I have facts. The government had not done anything to stem the tide. Forget the arrest and going into bushes for optics. Let me read you one of the messages I got from that area.
You may say the government has not done enough. No, maybe the government has not done enough. But to say they've not done anything, facts.
Let me read you one of the messages I got from this area. And these are constant messages I have. My hometown, Ugboha, is seriously under siege of herdsmen, killing, raping, kidnapping. We cannot sleep with our eyes closed. We cannot even go to the farms anymore. Uromi, Ugboha Road has become a no-go area for kidnapping and killing, and it's a daily occurrence. And this has not abated though. No business activities going on in those areas. Life is now hopeless and at a standstill. It's a daily occurrence. So apart from the optics of going to the bush and arresting some people, no, the real problem had not been solved because it's a daily occurrence, and I constantly get reports around that area constantly. People cannot go home. That's why I say they've not even done anything. Yes, you said they have gone to the bush, they've arrested people, but the problem had not been solved. There was action, but there was no solution. There was no solution.
Maybe they've not done enough. Maybe they've not done enough. Maybe they've not done enough. Maybe they need to redouble their effort. These reports you get, it will be good if you forward them to the Commissioner of Police anytime you receive them. Because the one you receive and you don't forward may not, people may have freer access to you than they have to the law enforcement.
With due respect, I also got another one while I was saying this now. Ikeke, around that area, if you go, because I've traveled all those areas, Ikeke is under attack. 5 people have been kidnapped in Ikeke.
Okay.
So we've not seen a lot, and I keep reporting all of this on my social media channel. So it's out there.
Mr. Adeoye, let's stay with the...
Please, forward to Commissioner of Police, not on social media. If you want to get results, please, forward to the authorities.
I've done that many times.
Mr. Adeoye, let's stay with the subject of the
Dr.
discussion, which is the killing on the Uromi Ubiaja expressway. Now, I go back to the point I made about Vigilante, all kinds of unauthorized security outfits. You were commissioner in Anambra State before you retired.
Yes.
Now, will you say that all these vigilante groups, all these security outfits not authorized showing up is because the Nigerian police has failed Nigerians, and then both the state governments and then also other people decide to take law into their hands and commit atrocities with a lot of impunity? If the Nigeria police itself was up and running, would this situation have been the case? What do you think is the problem?
Dr. Abati, when you want to assess failure, you will have to weigh what is available against the responsibilities. You have a country of 240 million people and a police force that is just 300,000. From that statistics alone, you know that a lot of areas will be uncovered. A huge segment of the population will be unpoliced. That is one. 2, you look at what are the logistics holding and the funding of these security agencies. It is said to whom much is given, much is expected. So when you want to assess failure, you need to assess what have you put in place and what empowerment is there for them to discharge their responsibilities. Then you weigh it against performance. It is then you can arrive at an objective, conclusion. So I think the Nigeria police is understaffed and underfunded, grossly so. We need to start looking at practical ways. Mr. President has done something in that regard by giving approval for the recruitment, rapid recruitment of personnel to beef up the strength of the force. I hope that is followed by better equipment and funding so that the spread can be better, the training more qualitative, and equipment enable them to do more than they do currently. Technology is available to enhance performance. If all these are deployed, I assure you, performance will be much better. But coming to the present, I and you, we are in agreement that a lot more needs to be done to enhance safety of life and property across the nation. Kidnapping is a menace in many jurisdictions, not just in Edo State and not just this occurrence. In many states across the country, when kidnapping started in the Niger Delta, way back, when expatriates were the target for ransom, I warned. I said, this thing that is starting, and it's against expatriates and the locals are clapping, eventually it will become a problem of the locals. We are there now. Kidnapping has become a lucrative business. Deliberate actions need to be taken to stem the tide. If death penalty is the punishment for armed robbery, taking somebody's property by force, I see no reason why kidnapping of a human being should attract less a penalty. So even though the world is running away from death penalty and we are stemming away from it, we have a peculiar problem. And only a strong deterrence can stem the tide. I advocate death penalty for kidnappers so that a strong warning will be sent.
What is your perspective over the recent mob attack or killing involving 16 alleged terrorists or Fulani herders or hunters? Your take on this development?
God bless you. See, when you say hunter, they are not hunters, they are Boko Haram, they are killers. See, their days have been numbered. Now, we have to wake up from our slumber. We can't be sleeping anyhow. You don't tell one don't sleep, they kill us. Our farm, nobody's pay for farm anymore. You plant cassava, shara, you plant yam, shara. You can't even go farm because you are afraid. Because will kill you, will rape your wife or your president, they will rape your daughter. Now the boys now wake up and say, no, if you sleep like this, at the end, they will take us over. So we have to tell them who we really are. We are Nigeria. We are from Edo State. We are the heartbeat of the nation. Give them the example. Heartbeat of the nation, the heart, the beat. So we have to stop their illegality, their illegal brutality. Now revenge, now payback time. We are waiting for them. We are waiting for any fucking time for them. But we know that they will try to come and say they want to come back. Let them come back. The federal government, they are watching now. When they kill us, nobody they cough. Now you are telling them, say, go and arrest. Go arrest everybody now. How you declare the state of emergency there? See on Sunday, they invade inside church. See, any fool else you catch. You see anyone? Nah, he said, may they go arrest. See, we are waiting all of them, but the time has come to let us stand up and fight. They stand up for your rights. Stand up. Now we stand up. We are waiting, and we know if we don't stand up, they will not run. Now there is a sign in them that those people, they are not Tata, they are lions. We are lions. We are the heartbeat of the nation. We don't give a damn.
A lot of people cried out to the governor, but he failed to protect the people. Why is it so?
You see, you don't tell when you don't give alarm, they shout, say, government will come and rescue our life, but nobody came. Every day you're killing. What happened? No. But now, we have to take the broom by the horn. We have to let them know. Stop the massacre. Otherwise, we'll take law into our hand. They call it taking law into your hand. It's not taking law into your hand. It's like you are defending. You have to defend yourself. Defend yourself.
And your people.
See, I trust my people. Me as I did, so I don't go agree. Any illegality, I go stand there and say, a lie. I don't be gentleman again. We be Africa, confirm Africa. We are Dorite, the band there, and we know the generator, not too much, you don't take. Can you imagine you go your whole farm, you run for your whole farm, and the government not doing anything about it? Now you now say, okay, no, you say they be hunter. How are they hunter? How would they come from all miles with their motor coming? All the security on the road, they not be check and say, go there for their hand, and they penetrate and enter forest. You want to come and kill the way you hear say, is it not 2 weeks ago? 4 community on those states, 4 community, but ransacked by these same people. No one arrest. 4 community, no people they kill. Madam, imagine, more than 4. Okay, now I don't say no. See, all Nigeria have to wake up from your slumber and wake up because if